Hi, gang. You're back with Tim Forshey again. One of the most popular reasons that people get CCW permits in the first place, especially in states like the great state of Arizona, where it is not even required in order to legally carry concealed, is the concept of reciprocity. We always say that word and we think people know what we mean, but I find that a lot of people get confused. So let's cover it in depth. As of now, there are 37 states that recognize your Arizona CCW permit as valid in that state as well. Reciprocity is the act of other states beyond the borders of your home state that issued your permit, legally recognizing your permit as valid in that other state. The easiest way to look at it is to compare it to the way we handle driver's licenses. You can rent a car and legally operate a motor vehicle in any state in the country as long as you have a driver's license that's legally issued by any state in the country. So, it's exactly the same with CCW permits, right? No, it's not. Well, why not? I mean, that doesn't seem to work out. And why is that? Well, a lot of you seem to have forgotten the fact that driving is protected by the US Constitution. The right to keep and bear arms is not, right? Wait a minute. Isn't that confusing? Well, it turns out that it's only unconstitutional if the Supremes say it is. Enter Clarence Thomas's masterpiece work, 2021's New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin. The tide is a-changing, folks. You heard it here. Hopefully, CCW permits will be treated just exactly like driver's licenses soon, in accordance with that ruling. Or even better yet, permits won't be required in any state in the first place. I'm looking at you, California. Now, don't mistake this for some sort of a treatise on how to avoid classes about CCW. To the contrary, please learn how to do it. Learn how to do it right and safely and correctly before you do it. Anyway, back to reality. The first thing to remember is that Arizona issues permits to both residents and non-residents alike, and the card will distinguish between the two. That's great. We're glad that we do that. But, and this is a big but, if you have a non-resident permit, be aware that about half of the states that offer reciprocity to resident Arizona CCW permits will not recognize the same right as to non-resident Arizona CCW permits. Why? Who the hell knows? Because they can. Because some state senator somewhere made a behind the barn deal with some other state senator for some reason we'll never know about. That's just how it works, guys. Especially for those of you with non-resident Arizona CCW permits, make sure you read the fine print when you're researching whether you can carry in another state. Last but not least, be aware that a lot of state laws concerning guns differ widely from state to state. Don't get me wrong, almost all of the laws concerning the use of lethal force are almost identical. But the what we'll call administrative laws, where you can have guns, where you can't have guns, etc., will vary widely. For instance, can you take a gun into a church? You're just going back for your college buddy's wedding. Of course, you want to carry a gun into a church. Is it legal to carry guns in churches? Well, in some states, yes. In other states, no. Are you proactively required to advise a police officer who stops you for a routine traffic stop that you're armed? In some states, yes. In some states, no. Make sure that you study up on these different subtle little types of things before you decide to travel to another state and carry concealed. In other words, just because they recognize your right to carry doesn't mean all the laws from your home state apply to this new state. Remember my mantra, it's way better to stay out of trouble than to attempt to get out of trouble. Reciprocity is a great thing, and it often allows you to defend yourself and your family legally when you're out of state. But make sure you understand the limitations of the concept. All right, as always, if you have any further questions, please contact us, like or subscribe below. And until next time, once again, as always, stay safe.